Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Brandy and this is Brandy Reads. Today I wanted to discuss classic literature, and not just any classic literature, great women of classic literature, and my personal favorites of the great women in classic literature. I know we've all got our favorites, and if you've got yours, feel free to share them. I would love to know what you're interested in, and I might even decide to read what you're interested in when you give me ideas. First author that I wanted to talk about in classic literature is Jane Austen. She's the queen in my opinion, and my favorite by her is Pride and Prejudice. She's got many others that I like as well. Emma is a close second. Northanger Abbey, Mansfield Park, those are right up there, third and fourth for sure. It's kind of hard to pick what my fifth favorite is of hers. I do have some of hers that I don't like. Lady Susan, could not get into it. Oh my goodness, it was so difficult. And it's not that it's bad, I couldn't keep up with it. If you've read it and you liked it and you could keep up with it, great. Wonderful. Please tell me what you loved about it. I couldn't do it. It is one letter written to another person, and then this person writes a letter to this person, and it's just like this web of letters to all these different people, and I could not keep them all straight. So sorry if you like it, love it, whatever, great. I couldn't do it, but the rest of hers are wonderful. And all the racket you're hearing in the background, we're at my house, and my little dogs decided that they want to be restless while I'm standing here talking to the camera instead of to them, so they're going a little nuts. Now for my next three favorite classic literature women authors, it's the Bronte sisters. Emily, Charlotte, and Anne tragically had very short lifespans, but wrote some fantastic books during their time. Emily, of course, has Wuthering Heights, which is a harrowing tale of star-crossed lovers who just can't seem to get where they need to be. Heartbreaking, really. Loved the book. It was fantastic. Then Charlotte wrote several. I'm sure Emily did as well. Wuthering Heights is the best well-known by hers, and I think that's the only one of hers I've read. If you know of any others that are great by her, let me know by all means. Charlotte had many others. She had The Professor, which was devastating for me. Professor was probably my favorite by Charlotte. Then there's Villette, or Villette. I'm not sure however you want to pronounce it. It's really good. There's also Jane Eyre, which I have not read, and it is in my TBR. I just haven't made it there yet, and I'm really looking forward to it. The classic literature are the ones that I want to have time to sit and devote time to these books. Those are my, not just my everyday relaxation reads, which, I mean, they are relaxing for me, but I really want to be able to immerse myself in these characters and flow with the language. Like classic literature, especially the Old English, has just this cadence that contemporary English does not have, and I really love getting into that flow and that rhythm, and it does take a little bit of time to get there. So that's my like guilty pleasure of just take the time to really get into that language and immerse yourself in those characters and just kind of transport yourself back in time with them. Anne Bronte only had one novel that I know of. If she had more and you know about it, please let me know, because by all means I would love to find them and read them. I will say these novels are harder to find in paper form these days. You have to do a little research to find them. I, however, found them through ebooks. However you can find them, that is great. I actually have a few Jane Austens in paper form, and I love them. And anytime I can find them in paper, I do splurge and get them, just because they are that much harder to find these days, and not a whole lot of people, bookstores or anything like that carry them as much. Do yourself a favor and get them. They're really good. But Anne had Agnes Grey, really great novel. Love those characters, and again, just the immersion in the language and the flow and cadence of it was just it's like living in another world with a whole new language. Like reading Old English is like learning a new language. Different words have different meanings than what they have today, and there's words that were used back then that are not used today, so you really have to do some research on what you're reading to know what they're meaning, what they're trying to get across. And I think that's kind of part of the beauty of it, is it's elegant. Like today we want, let's get it now, we want it now, whereas back then it was, everything took time. And the same thing with a great story. And just be able to take the time to dive into something that you know is going to take you on a fabulous journey is so special for me. It's rewarding in itself, and again, it's like a whole new language. So it's this special, you're in this world by yourself. Like you're in your own little bubble when you're reading these things, and for me anyways. But again, if you have your favorite classical artists, please let me know who they are. I always enjoy discovering new, even old authors to read. So drop us a little comment, let us know your thoughts on it. If you haven't read these, please take the time to find one of these books and read one of them. I think you will love them just as much as I do. When you do it, let me know. Let me know that you read it. Let me know what you thought about it, whether you liked it or didn't like it. Please be sure to leave us your comments. Hit the subscribe and bell below and the thumbs up. And we'll see you next video.